Yo, what is up? It's your boy Enrique. Wow, man, what is going on here? Formerly known as Yin Yang Games, but I moved. So, I changed my name, changed the logo. I now live in Arizona, moved from Chicago. So, to get into it in this video, I want to focus on PvP talents. This is going to be a whole series that I make based on the classes that I play above 2K rating. Yes, it's going to be a good video, man. If you go on YouTube, you cannot find any PvP talent videos that focuses on all of them and when you should use them, how good they are, and what's their effects. So I thought I would give it a shot, you know what I'm saying? I just want to let you guys know, like support the stream, support the YouTube video because I want to give you guys helpful stuff. Definitely to introductory players like my friends. They'll definitely make use out of this video, man. So I'm gonna start off right with the Survival Hunter. Probably my favorite class. I play it every expansion. It's weird, it's awkward, but I love it. It makes me happy. So hopefully it'll make you happy too, man. So I'll get this video off right with Survival Hunter. Starting off first, Mending Bandage. Instantly clears all bleeds, poisons, and diseases from the target and heals for 30% damage over 6 seconds. Being attacked will stop you from using Mending Bandage. This ability is pretty good. Like, I actually like this ability a lot, you know what I mean? Survival Hunter is the only spec in Hunter that has this ability. The only downside is that the tick of damage can be anything. So like a dot or like a simple bleed and the whole ability just breaks. That's kind of annoying, man. Like, you don't really get the heal out of it a lot, but you do get the dispel, which makes it pretty useful. Definitely against like rogue, feral druids, definitely in twos. So I'll probably give this an A, man. It's not exactly an S because you only benefit from like half of it probably, but it's pretty good. I like it a lot. I talented it a lot of times. Definitely in double DPS if you're running a double DPS comp. Number 2, Ice. Victims of Freezing Trap can no longer be damaged or healed. Freezing Trap is now undispellable, but now has a 5-second duration. So you do lose a bit of time on your CC, but it becomes basically like Cyclone, where the target is basically frozen in time and space. This ability is pretty good. I mean, I basically use it specifically in twos if I'm going healer and I want to peel and CC the DPS because they can't be dispelled. It's pretty good in that situation. Or you can run it in threes if you're running against like a DH or something that has like reverse magic or like Shadow Priest. I don't even think it works against Shadow Priest. Master Spell will still make it go away. So mainly against Demon Hunters. I'll probably give this one an A too, probably. It's a good A. It's a good A. It's solid when you use it. So next, you have Sticky Tar. Enemies who stand in your cow traps, it must be a WoW area. Enemies who stand in your tar trap for 3 seconds have their gear coated in tar, slowing melee attack speed by 80% for 5 seconds. This ability is honestly kind of trash. Like, I don't think I ever talent into this, like, it's just melee attack speed, like maybe against like a Fury Warrior or like, I don't even know, man. Like, it doesn't get a lot of value. Maybe if it was like haste instead of attack speed, it'd be pretty good. But honestly, I never use it, man. I gotta give this one a D. Maybe in certain situations it's good, but honestly, I couldn't tell you. Alright, 1 second here. I actually moved off my screen. Cool. Yeah, Sticky Tar is pretty trash, I'd say. So, moving on next, we have Aurora Sacrifice, the ability we all love. Instructs your pet to protect a friendly target from critical strikes, making attacks against that target unable to be critical strikes. Very weird wording there. But 20% of all damage taken by that target is also taken by the pet. Last 12 seconds. 1 minute cooldown. So this ability is like a staple of Hunter. It's like a poor man's sacrifice, like Pallies have. I don't know. It's wonky, man. If I'm going to be honest with you, it's just a very, very wonky ability. Like, it's good, don't get me wrong. Like, against, like, mage, definitely fire mage, you know, it's a hard counter to combustion. Against, like, elemental shamans, what else? Maybe ret pallies who crit a lot. This ability can come in handy, but I don't know. I can't ever tell if it saves me or not when I press it, to be honest, even though I talent it like all the time. And then if your pet's like feared or, you know, gone, stunned, whatever, rooted, it doesn't work. So it's a little bit weird with the reliability, but you know, I gotta give it an A just because it's like the only wall hunters really have, I guess. Without being able to critically strike, you can probably compare it to like a 10 to 15% damage reduction, maybe 20 now that they buff critical strike, but who knows. Cool, moving on. Survival tactics here. Fiend Death removes all harmful magic effects and reduces damage taken by 99% for 1.5 seconds. This ability is the GOAT. It is the GOAT, man. The greatest of all time. I fucking love this PvP talent. You should always take it. Never, ever spec out of this. It's so good. Basically, if you time this thing up right with like chaos bolts or say anything like a stun, anything like that, it just saves you. Not only the damage reduction, but it's a dispel, like a complete mass dispel, so you can get any dot off of you, any debuff, whatever. It's such a good ability, man. I never talent out of it. Then in BFA, you had like duck and cover, Azurite trait. They gave it also like an absorb and a 5% cooldown reduction, so it wasn't 30 seconds, it was 25. It was such a good ability, dude. Like, I love it. Easily an S tier. Moving on here to Explosive Trap. Hurls a fire trap at the target location that explodes when an enemy approaches. Causes 57.33% of attack power, fire damage, and knocking all enemies away. Trap will exist for 1 minute. I don't know how I feel. I went through a phase where I actually used this ability a lot. Maybe because I was running Conflict and Strife, but it's okay. The damage isn't really what you use it for. It's good in certain situations, like on Blaze Edge Arena. If you want to knock somebody off like that Z-axis, it's good. It's also like a wonky interrupt, so if you like want to interrupt somebody, but it has like a delay, like it's like reaction is delayed. So once you cast it, it kind of like sets, like it sets up, and then it explodes. And the knockback isn't always like clean either, so it's like, it's okay. I'll give it a B probably, because when you do use it and use it right, it gets pretty good value, I'd say. Moving on next, Spider Sting. Stings a target with potent spider venom for 4 seconds, causing their next offensive spell to cast, or next offensive spell cast to silence the target for 4 seconds. And that silence is a blanket silence. I love this ability, man. Against casters, definitely in caster cleaves when you want to off CC to go for the kill, this ability is amazing. Like, it's kind of wonky how you set it up because the interrupt kind of comes at different phases. If you put it on the target before they cast, sometimes it'll blanket silence them. Sometimes they might get half the cast off, then it blanket silence them. But it's a good ability. Only downside, it can be dispelled. So that's it. And it's on a 45-second cooldown. I should have mentioned that too. Explosive Trap is also on a 45 or 40-second cooldown. Spider Sting is really good. I'll probably give this one a solid A. You only take it against mostly casters, caster DPS, never against healer DPS, or sorry, healer HPS, no healers. Use it on mage, warlock, shadow priest, etc., etc. Really good ability. Alright, Viper Sting. Stings the target, reducing their healing done by 30% for 6 seconds. Viper Sting is removed if the target casts a non-instant cast healing spell. This ability is super niche, but I actually get really good value out of it if I use it in twos. It's super good against Resto Druids. So, going against the Resto Druid in twos, and say if they pop like Overgrowth or something dumb, all their hots, and then go into bear form, you pop this thing on them, they lose so much value. It's such a good ability. I actually really like this ability. I don't know if it actually stacks with Mortal Strike. I have to test that out and get back to you, but I don't think it does. I don't think it does stack. Oh, I think it does stack. I don't think they overlap each other. So this one might be a little bit of a surprise, but I want to put this one in the A tier. Just because when you do use it and use it right, you actually get pretty good value. It's either A or a B. Just personally, I'm going to give it an A. Alright, moving on next to Dragonscale Armor here. Magical damage over... Oh, this also has a 30-second cooldown. Magical damage over time effects deal 20% less damage to you, and that's passive. Honestly, I never take this ability, man. I just don't see the value in it. I guess the only time I would run this is in like shadow play, maybe like Affliction Lock, Shadow Priest. I would run this. Maybe Shadow Priest, Balance Druid Lock, or Affliction Druid, Affliction Lock, Balance Druid, or something like that. I would run this and you'd probably get good value. But honestly, I don't know what I would take over this or take this over, you know. Because if I run it against like melee or a caster cleave, I'd take Spider Sting and Survival Tactics. So I don't really know. I guess this could be my third option, but I don't run it very often. Then again, you don't really see a lot of dot caster cleave comps anymore. So I'll put this in the C tier. It's very, very situational, I'd say. Very situational. But it's good when you need it. I'll put it that way. Good when you need it. Tracker's Net. Can you guys still see that? Yes. Tracker's Net here. 25-second cooldown. Hurls the net at your enemy, rooting them for 6 seconds. While in the net, the target's chance to hit is reduced by 80%. Any damage will break this effect. So this ability is pretty decent, but it's just kind of wonky, man. Any type of damage like breaks this thing. So it's good in 2s against like melee, just to peel. So it's good against like DH Warrior. I use it a lot because they don't have like a good freedom other than like Blaze Storm or whatever. But you can freedom out of this, and it's just so easily broken to damage to where I don't really use it a lot anymore. I'd rather use Steel Trap, which is in the talents. Also, if you guys want me to make a talent tier list video for all these classes, I'll do that too. You don't see that ever. I'll make talent tier list and let you know what you should do in PvP and what you should take. So yeah, Tracker's Net, I'll probably give it like a C, man. Just because Steel Trap is such a better ability and that row is kind of dead for PvP anyways. So it's okay. Alright, Hunting Pack. Reduces the cooldown of Aspect of the Cheetah by 50%, and Aspect of the Cheetah also causes all allies within 15 yards to gain a 90% movement speed for 3 seconds. How do I feel about this ability? Basically, I only take this when I have nothing else to take. So I'll definitely run, like if I'm running like against like a DPS with like a DPS combo with a caster and melee, I'll probably take, you know, Survival Tactics, and then probably like Aurora Sacrifice or Spider Sting, depending on the comp. And then if I have nothing else to pick, I'll choose Hunting Pack. It's good in 2s. I don't know. It's good when you play with a Disc Priest, just because, well, I guess not anymore, but they have movement issues. So it's good, man. I'll probably give it a C. It's okay. I don't hate it. Alright, last one. Scorpion Sting. Whoops. Can you guys see that? Probably not. I'll just click into it. Scorpion Sting here. Scorpion Sting, 24-second cooldown. Stings a target, reducing their physical critical strike chance by 50% for 8 seconds. Alright, to finish this off, we get another trash ability. I never take this. I don't think I ever take this ability. I just don't find any value out of it, you know? Like, it's okay, probably against, like, I don't know, Recklessness Warriors, maybe Ret Pallies, stuff like that. But I just don't see any value in it. This is an easy D here. I can't find any value in that. Cool, man. That's it. I appreciate you guys tuning in, watching the video. I'm going to do this for probably 3 other classes that I play at a high level. So you'll see this for Marksmanship Hunter. I did the Survival Hunter. I'm going to do it for Windwalker Monk. I'm going to do it for Mistweaver Monk. I'm going to do it for Shadow Priest, Holy Priest, Disc Priest, all those classes. I may even do a Rogue video and get some commentary from my good friend who also plays at a high level, if these videos pop off. Appreciate you guys tuning in, man. I really appreciate it. You know, support the channel. If you like the video, make sure you give it a like. I love that type of stuff. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. I fuck with this song.